Hello Cubers, today we're going to talk about this, and you guessed it right, it's commutators. Okay, so what are commutators? Commutators are just a series of algorithms and their reverses that are done to do something with the Rubik's Cube but not actually affect everything. So it follows this sequence. It simply states that algorithm A followed by algorithm B, and then when you do the reverse of algorithm A and then the reverse of the second algorithm B, it will do a series of things to the Rubik's Cube, and that's what we call commutators. So let's have a very quick example. I think beginner cubers already know this. Usually we do it with the yellow layer, and this is what we call the corner swap. Corner twist. So okay, I'll do it this way because I'm used to doing it this way. If I want this corner to rotate clockwise, yeah, I can simply do this algorithm. U prime R, U R prime, U prime R, U I prime. So I just did it twice, and as you can see, I rotated this corner clockwise, but some parts of the Rubik's Cube are now messed up. So what we're going to do next is do the reverse of that. So it's just R, U prime, R prime, U, R, U prime, R prime, U. So we were able to put it back to the way it was. But what if we do the same algorithm? We rotated it counterclockwise, but instead of rotating it back counterclockwise, we will do it to this cube or QB. So if we do that, okay, so we have this. Only these two corners were affected, and that's a commutator. So basically what I did is that I rotated this corner clockwise, and that's A. And then B is swapping them. I swap the first corner with the other corner. Then I did the reverse of A. So it turned this other QB counterclockwise. After that, I did the reverse of the swap, which is just putting it back to where it belongs or where they belong. So that's it. That's a very simple example. Okay, before I try to give another example. Let me tell you a very easy, very simple story. Imagine your mom asks you to buy something in a store. So first, what we're going to do is that we'll try to go to the store. That will be our event A. Then when you're at the store, you try to buy something, so you acquired something, for example a loaf of bread. So that's B. You do the reverse of A, and that means you try to go back home. And then the reverse of B, instead of acquiring a bread, you are actually giving the loaf of bread to your mom. So that's how commutators work. So I don't want to waste our time anymore, so let's have one basic example of a commutator. Okay, I just forgot to mention something. In this video, instead of being very scientific and using this A prime, B prime sequence, I'm gonna be using a different different terminologies for this. So instead of A, we will call A as N, and B will be our switch. Of course, the opposite of N is out for our A prime, and B will be our unswitch. So I hope that's clear. In, switch, out, unswitch. So I think we're ready for our example. Okay, here's our first example. By the way, in blindfold cubing, I usually set my Rubik's Cube like this: blue in front, white on top, and this is my buffer, the up, right, back QB, or sticker or whatever. So in this case, this piece in my buffer should go to this piece, or to this place, or this sticker, whatever you call it, and then this one will go here, and this one should go here. So the first thing that you have to do is to look for the switch. That's why I explained earlier. By the way, our sequence is in, switch, out, unswitch. Or there's another variation of that, but we're going to talk about that later. So where's the switch? This is our switch. We cannot switch these two. Just whatever we do, we can't switch them. And we cannot switch these two, because they don't face the same face or axis. So what we have is, or are these two, so we can switch them. We can do that. They can switch places, and we can do that. We can unswitch. So let's try to follow our sequence. First is in. So this one, we know that this one goes here. The extra piece, the one that is not part of the switch, the extra piece should go here. So we try to put it there, like that. So there's no other way actually. It's usually 3 moves, like that. Then we do the switch. Then we do the reverse of A, and we unswitch. Okay, here's another example. Earlier, we had 2 corners, this and this, but this time it will be this going here, and this one going here, and this one going here. So first thing we have to do is look for the switch. I think we can switch these two, right? But we will be affecting this. So instead of these two, I think the switch will be these two. So you got it right. Actually, those QBs or centers, oh yeah, I said QBs that share the same layer, definitely they are usually going to be the switch. So here we have this as our switch. We will do the same thing. You look at the extra QB, the one which is not part of the switch. We do the first thing here, in. So we put it in that place where it belongs. So we know that this one belongs here. So that's an in. So by the way, how did we do that? It's down, in, up. Then we switch it. So we're down, up, and then unswitch. Here's another example. This is our buffer, and this one will go here, and this one will go right here. As you can see, I set this up on purpose so that we will see the switch easily. Earlier it was right here. The second example, it was right here. This time it's here. Obviously these two are the switch. So we know that the extra QB, the one that does not belong to the switch, goes to here. So that's the first thing that we're going to do. So in, switch, out, switch. Very easy. Now here's a more complicated case. So let's still focus on our let's try to focus on our buffer. Our buffer is here, and this piece goes to here, and this piece goes back here. So I'm holding the 3 stickers right now. So where's the switch? As you can see, these two belongs to the second layer. No, the top layer. But they are unswitchable. If you try to put it here, it's actually this face and not this face. So that's not our switch. This and this, if you rotate this layer, they are not going to switch. But what about this and this? Yeah, so if we try to rotate it that way, that's our switch. So what happens here is, yeah, I'm gonna try to explain two new things to you. So as I've said, they are not really they are still on the same layer, but not on one face. So they are facing in different directions. Still, they can be switched. Yeah, and the other thing that I want to tell you here is that there's another variation of this, as I was saying earlier. Instead of just doing A, B, A prime, B, the other variation is what's that? Oh yeah, it's B, A, B prime, A prime. So what does that mean? I just interchanged the letters. Yeah, but it means a lot when I try to explain it. So earlier our sequence was in, switch, out, and switch. But we can actually also do the switch first. So just always remember, B is always the switch or unswitch, and A is always the in or the out. So A is in, B prime is the unswitch. There's no such word, by the way, I just invented it. And oh, maybe there is. Okay, and of course this is out. So this new case that we have here actually falls into that case. Because we will have to insert this. Okay, by the way, this time this is the extra piece that is not included in our switch. So this is the forever alone piece. So the forever alone piece should go to where it should go, and it should be here. But we can't. That's so hard. Yeah, so what we're going to do is that we will switch it with the other one first, and then now we can put it there. That's our in, and then unswitch and out. Let's try that again. Did I do it right? Yeah. So this one going here and this one going here. So I will switch it first and in, and switch and out. Very easy, hopefully. Okay, although there are still lots of cases, I think you already got the point. Basically, let's try to review that. You just have to find the switch first, and then you have, okay, number one, find the switch. Number two, identify the piece that does not belong to the switch, because that's the one that we're going to insert first. Okay, so you should try to see if you need to switch the switchable pieces first before you can insert the forever alone piece. So if it's not necessary, you can follow sequence A. But if you think it's not possible to insert the forever alone piece to where it belongs easily, so maybe you can consider switching first and then you insert it. That means you will have to follow this sequence. So in this case, this is a new case and it's going to follow the second sequence. Here's our buffer. This one's our buffer, and we know that this piece will have to go to this piece, and this one will have to go to these very far pieces. So where's the switch? Obviously we cannot switch these two. And what about this and this? They don't even belong to the same layers or the same slice, so we cannot switch them. But what about these two? Can we switch them? Not that way, but we can switch them this way. Yeah, so we already identified the switch. It's these two. So this one is the forever alone piece. Okay, forever alone piece should go here. So is it possible? We can try to insert it this way, but okay, we will be having a problem with this one. So I think we have, as I've said earlier, I already gave it away. As I've said earlier, we're going to have to switch first. So we're going to follow the second sequence: switch in and switch out. Yeah, so we will switch it first, and we will put it in like this. That's our in, and then switch, and then you put it out. Easy, I hope. Okay, so that will be the end of my tutorial. If you want more, if you have some questions, please don't hesitate to comment below, or if it's on Facebook, just try to comment on Facebook also, or you may PM me if you know me personally. Thank you very much. Hope you like my video. Bye bye.